boy. Can you imagine the humiliation and pain this child felt? Not only should he never coach again, he should be charged with assault. Lara, was that an assault we just saw?
I think it was definitely an assault and a battery. I mean, he should be charged now. Does that mean that this guy should be doing time? But he definitely needs some therapy, that's for sure, some anger management classes. I don't care, but he should be in the system, and the system should help him. Not necessarily, like I said, I don't necessarily think it should be, putting him in jail, clearly, especially if the parents forgave him. This is somebody who really needs help. He should not be coaching children, that's for sure. At least not for some time, for at
I
least
would
several
say, I
years.
would say never. I would say never on that one. There's other things you can
I'm
do.
going to agree with you on this one. I'm going
Yep.
to agree with. As a mother of kids who are involved in sports, I would not want to see the coach. I've seen coaches scream and yell, but this just, I mean, everything pales in comparison to this.
Yeah, 9 and under. Ty writes tonight, not trying to be this young man's advocate. Many coaches have been physically and verbally assaulting little kids all the time. He should be suspended for his actions and attend an anger management program and do community services for some time. Prosecuting is a bit too much. Jamie, is there a place in our system of criminal justice for this case?
Yeah, there is. I think most jurisdictions have placement for first-time violent offenders, whether it's your wife, your child. You take some anger management classes and you come out the other end and there's no criminal record of it. It doesn't surprise me that this case isn't prosecuted yet. These are small communities. They all know each other. The refs, the coaches, the kids, the parents, everybody's in the same neighborhood. And, I think everybody is probably looking for a way out.
Brenda tonight, and what about the other grown men in there not stopping him? No kid should be treated that way. Lara, that's interesting, right? I mean, that's another part of when we look at some of these viral videos and we see the behavior, we wonder about the people who were there at the time, because we're all having this reaction watching the video. How about the folks that were there? Was there any obligation of anyone to sort of step in the moment, or would that make things even worse?
Well, I don't really know. It may have made things worse, but I mean, I'm assuming people were in shock. I mean, you see that happen the first time, you're not really expecting it to happen again. I mean, even as we were watching the video, I saw it happen the first time, I figured it's over, but then you see him going again and doing it again. Maybe these people didn't have a chance. They were all in shock, weren't expecting this to happen again. Do they have an obligation? I mean, if you continue to do something, I think everyone there, any adult would have had some kind of an obligation to help. Is that criminal? I mean, could they have been criminally charged? Not necessarily.
Abby tonight, that man walked away and came back to hit that child again. Most definitely, he deserves to be prosecuted. Jamie, we've seen like famous, legendary coaches. Like, was it Woody Hayes? Was that at Ohio State
Right.
years ago? Did that with a player. It was sort of the end of his career, even with all the national championships that he won. I don't understand how it's even part of the mentality of a coach to do something like that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty crazy, and if you ask a kid, 5, 6, 7 years old, or what they did at that age, what do they remember the most? They don't remember a lot of their teachers, but they remember their first coach. And that young man is going to remember that experience, and it's probably going to taint his view on sports. And that's just really unfortunate. Whatever we did 30, 40 years ago, we used to put bars of soaps in kids' mouths. We used to beat them with belts. Times have changed. And any coach that thinks they have to physically assault a 9-year-old to make their point definitely needs some help.